Hi, everybody. This is Little Egypt again, and I have a very special person in my hot seat today. It is Ada Johnson, and if that name doesn't ring a bell, if you're like, I don't remember seeing her work, it doesn't matter because you've seen her son work, and her son is probably the busiest actor in Hollywood today, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This is his mom, Ada Johnson. Welcome.
Hi, Angelina. How are you?
Really good. You have been coming to Cauliflower, off and on forever.
Yes.
You know, and you're such a supporter of wrestling. And and I know that Dwayne came up in a wrestling family. Can you tell us a little bit about the history there in your family?
My father was the one who started it out. He was seen by Steve Rickard in Auckland, New Zealand at the local YMCA. And he noticed him and said, I think you should get into professional wrestling. My dad said, really? And that's how it all began. And from there, he had trained him, Steve Rickard had trained him, and we left to go to Europe. And his first territory away from home was London, England. Yes.
Wow. Did you live there?
We lived there for 3 years, yes.
Wow.
And from there, we went to France and Germany and Spain, and then we lived in Paris for a few years until he was called back home to wrestle with Harley Race for the title in Auckland, New Zealand, which we did. And on our way back to France, we stopped in Hawaii and fell in love with Hawaii, fell in love with America, and we decided to stay. And his first territory after Hawaii was San Francisco, California for Roy Shire's promotions, NWA.
So walk us through what it would be like growing up in your household for Dwayne The Rock. A lot of people are very interested in his life. He came out a stellar human being, so something right was definitely going on behind those four walls. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like to grow up in your family?
Well, for Dwayne, our life was travel. We were always on the road, and Dwayne, we're a small family. We have one child, and so it was very easy for us to travel, unlike other families with many children. It was very difficult because then the husband would have to leave to go wrestle while the family stays behind. With us, Dwayne experienced traveling very early in life. We traveled all over the world and back to New Zealand again. He went to school in New Zealand for a little bit, and then we came back to the States. He grew up in wrestling, so he grew up loving wrestling, and of course that's what he wanted to get into as soon as he was old enough, wanting to train to wrestle. So.
Well, you know, Ada, what I really appreciate and what I value when I see you here at the Cauliflower Alley Club is that you sit there and you watch the indie wrestling. And when I see her, I will tell you, when I see her watching indie wrestling, she reminds me of every other mom that goes to a baseball field, that watches the Little League games, that's out there supporting all that, just to be there as a presence. And everyone is so excited when they do see you because you not only lend the credibility of what you bring to the table and your industry, your family history, but the fact that, you know, you're just there to support and enjoy it.
That's right. You're absolutely right, Angelina. I love wrestling. I love to come to these events because this is where I get to see the young ones starting out, and I love to be a part of their excitement and to see how they develop. I love to see the wrestling that they do and the entertainment that they do for us. So it's very exciting. Same thing with my son. I love to watch him wrestle. But I grew up myself loving watching my dad wrestle, and then married into wrestling, of course, to Rocky Johnson, and loved watching his matches. And there was one time when Dwayne first started wrestling, they were able to have a match, and it was in Reno, Nevada. That was something to see. Very early in Dwayne's career, he hadn't even started with anyone in particular.
So about how old do you think he was then?
He was about 20, 21 years
really?
old.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But then it wasn't a very long transition for him to finally get into the pro style, right?
It was, he was in college and realized that you know, after he got injured in football, that he wasn't going to have a football career. So he came home and asked his dad, "I need to get into the family business," and that's how it all started.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome. Well, he not only got into the family business, oh my gosh, he took over wrestling, you can say. Now, I follow you on social media. We're Facebook buddies.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I see your
Nice,
pictures,
nice.
and it is so nice to see that when it looks like there's breaks, that he's with his family. That's how it appears to be in his life. I mean, I'm not a stalker or anything like that. I don't want you to get all creeped out.
No,
but when I
yeah.
see family photos, that makes me feel good. I'm a mom. I have a 22-year-old, so I'm like,
Really?
well, that's really
Nice, yeah.
But I relate to that because I know how excited I would be when my son comes
Yes,
home.
absolutely.
So it must make you really happy.
I am. I'm very proud of him. I'm thrilled for how his career has taken over. I was thrilled with wrestling, thrilled with his making movies, and he loves what he's doing. No matter what he's doing, he loves it. He loved it in wrestling. Any chance he has to come back to wrestling, he's gonna take it immediately. And the same thing with when I watch him in wrestling, we miss him in the ring. You know,
Yeah,
we
we
really
all
miss him
do,
in the ring.
for sure.
But I love what he's doing, and he loves what he's doing. So,
Yeah. So, do you, when you miss him, do you just get on a plane and go see him?
No, because he's, you know, in this day and age, you can be anywhere, and
Yeah.
you can be around family. You know, a lot of work. As soon as his work is ready
Yeah.
for him, then he's off to work.
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter where. But
That's good.
we get to see him. Yes.
That's
yes,
so nice.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you when he's home, do you do a lot of cooking for him? Does he like certain
Um,
foods that you?
No, because he, well, first of all, he does have a chef, you know, who cooks
I
all the
see.
great stuff for him.
Okay, didn't
And
know
he has,
that.
and he has a very, very favorite Pizza Heaven pizza place that we go to.
Okay.
And,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
you know, I'm only relating to my own personal experience. Like when your kids come home, they were like,
Yes.
"Can you make me those meatballs?"
Yes.
you know,
No, he-
or if my son would ask
Yeah.
for curries, that would
Yeah.
be the thing. But but when he is home, he also has a daughter, just
Yes, my granddaughter is 13 years old, the
Wow.
only child, and Dwayne is an only child. Loves being an only child. So
Yeah.
she's 13, and she has expressed her love for wrestling and would like to be a diva someday.
one. Oh,
And-
wow.
And her father has told her would love to help you with your dreams, but for now you're going to go to college and you're going to get your education, get your degree, and then after that you can do whatever you want to. So,
Wow, that's awesome. That is so good to hear. Does she have a favorite wrestler?
other than
Other than her dad, someone she's watching right now? That's
she loves to watch the divas.
Oh,
yes,
really?
all the divas are her favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, she loves to watch all the divas and supports them, and
Oh.
follows them on on their on Instagram.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
that's so cute.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's really nice because they do make an impact. Not just the female division, but that going back to your son, the impact he makes, it lasts a lifetime, and people are raised on him, and then
Right.
they remember certain matches that they are
Yes.
always feeling compelled to like relive when they see him or think about him.
Right.
And
right.
there's something very interesting that defines like the wrestling work from the acting entertainment work. It just to me it seems like it's totally two different genres. Like I don't know if you feel the same way about that.
I do. There's nothing like professional wrestling. There really is nothing like the wrestling business that we have grown up with and loved. And it's events like this too. It gives me a chance to come back and meet up with my old timer comrades like
Right.
myself.
Right,
so that
right.
we can catch up and meet all the young
Yeah.
upcoming stars. Yeah.
Well, if I were to just say that you make Cauliflower Alley Club a family reunion for us, you represent like the mother nurturing component that we all love, and that we know that you're not just cheering for your son, you're cheering for all of us, and we feel it.
Yes.
We feel it. You're there
Good.
clapping.
I'm so glad. I'm so
and,
glad. Yeah,
so
is
yeah.
true. That's very true. I'm glad you realized. You know
Oh,
that. Yes.
it felt it. It comes right out. It comes.
Good,
So I'm
good,
speaking
good.
on behalf of everybody. Thank
Very
you
good.
so much for coming today, and I want to thank everyone that's been watching AfterBuzz and enjoying the immense amount of interviews that we've had. It's just been one legend after another, and we've been so
And
blessed.
thank you for giving me a chance to brag about my son.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to brag about your son? Oh, he's wonderful, and hopefully one day he'll come through to the Cauliflower Alley Club, and we can
That
all.
is that is the goal. Yes,
Oh,
that is
great,
the goal.
great.
Thank you.
Well, thank
Yes.
you, Ada. And thanks, everyone. This is Little Egypt for AfterBuzz TV. We'll buzz you later.